Hello, and welcome to this CLE presentation on marketing your ADR or law practice using Avvo. My name is Ilan Weinreb, and I am a solo practitioner located out of Garden City. My firm, the Weinreb Law Firm, has been in business for approximately a year and a half. My practice focuses on providing both commercial litigation and ADR services to individuals and small businesses. I found Avvo to be a useful vehicle for marketing both areas of my practice, and I will be discussing some marketing tips and my experience with Avvo a little bit later. But first, I want to just give you some background on the history of Avvo. It was founded in Seattle, Washington in 2007 by Mark Britton, a former legal counsel for Expedia.com. Britton said he developed the idea while vacationing in Italy and was still receiving inquiries from friends and colleagues seeking legal advice. Avvo, it's pronounced with a long A, not Avvo, was derived from avvocato, the Italian word for lawyer. The purpose or goal of Avvo has been to establish a solid brand for the legal industry and to provide information to potential consumers of legal services. In Mr. Britton's words, when you are looking for a book, there's Amazon. When travel, you have Expedia. For jobs, there's Monster. And when it comes to search, there's Google. But when it comes to legal, there's nothing. That's what he said in 2007, but now there's certainly something in light of Avvo's comprehensive lawyer database scope. According to the Avvo website, 97% of U.S. lawyers are rated by Avvo. Imagine having nearly every licensed lawyer in the U.S. right at your fingertips the moment you need help. Avvo has that, plus detailed profiles, client reviews, and its famous, or infamous depending upon your perspective, Avvo rating of attorneys. Over the past 8 years, Avvo has experienced explosive growth. In particular, according to articles from the Seattle Times, Avvo doubled its headcount in 2014 and is expected to double it again this year. The company has more than 300 employees, and recently, on July 28, 2015, it announced that it had raised $71.5 million via Series E financing, bringing its valuation by Bloomberg.com to $650 million. As of the end of July, Avvo boasted a lawyer base of more than 225,000 professionals. One of Avvo's hallmarks, and a controversial one at that, is its attorney rating system, under which attorneys appearing in the Avvo database are assigned a rating between 1, indicating extreme caution, to 10, indicating superb, and this rating is supposed to help clients quickly assess a lawyer's background. The rating is a mathematically based model such that there is purportedly no subjective bias inserted into it, and Avvo is very adamant as to how the rating cannot be bought. According to the website, at Avvo, all lawyers are treated equally. We don't play favorites, and attorneys can't pay us to improve their ratings. Attorney profiles are free to attorneys, and that attorney's Avvo rating cannot be influenced by advertising or other forms of payment. Nonetheless, there are ways to increase one's rating on Avvo, and the website in this regard continues. If you already have a numerical Avvo rating, your score may change as you update and provide more information in your profile, especially work experience, practice areas you work in, and professional achievements. Aside from the fact that an attorney's rating cannot be bought, an additional feature of the overall system is that it was developed not only by lawyers, but by input from thousands of consumers. Nonetheless, client reviews do not count towards one's Avvo rating, but peer endorsements do. In this regard, receiving peer endorsements is one of the best ways to increase your Avvo rating quickly. Last but not least, as I mentioned before, the system is controversial in that some attorneys just don't want to be rated, and if you fall into this category, an opt-out from the system is possible. According to the Avvo website, an attorney may request to remove the rating from their profile, and we honor those requests for attorneys who have not been disciplined and who are not looking for clients. These profiles will read Avvo rating not displayed and will not appear on practice area search listings in Avvo's directory. In addition to the attorney rating system, there is also a separate system within Avvo for tracking individual attorneys' knowledge contributions. A knowledge contribution is defined as the answering of a question, the publishing of an informative legal guide, the evaluation of prior responses to questions from members of the Avvo community, or participation in special event conferences that are publicized on the Avvo website. As you can see from this infographic, there are 20 knowledge contributor levels correlating to the degree of one's participation in knowledge contribution activities. The Avvo knowledge contribution system and the contributor levels associated with it allow you to advertise your knowledge of particular practice areas to the Avvo community and potential clients. As is stated on the Avvo website, the more active you are in the Avvo community, the more connections you make with people who need your services. ADR practitioners should take note that mediation and arbitration are distinct question areas within the knowledge contribution system. In addition, particular guides on ADR are available on Avvo, one of which was authored by David J. Abeshouse, a past chair of the NCBA's ADR committee. In this guide, he discusses the general advantages of mediation and arbitration over litigation, and notes that mediation is highly successful, with more than 85% of mediated business cases resulting in settlement agreements. With respect to arbitration, Mr. Abeshouse notes that one of its principal advantages is the speed of its streamlined processes. A statistical review of 100 business cases filed with the American Arbitration Association, with claims seeking more than $500,000, showed the median completion time as being 13 months. Those same cases, if filed in court, likely would have averaged between 3 and 4 years to complete. While such statistics and reports of ADR's advantages abound in legal publications, they are often not disseminated or directed specifically to consumers of legal services. This is where Avvo is particularly unique. It gives ADR practitioners and other lawyers the ability to directly reach potential clients with legal information that they otherwise probably would not be exposed to. Now that we have discussed Avvo's history and generally how Avvo works, I'd like to give you some practical tips for success using Avvo. First, it's a good idea to keep your profile updated and to constantly add to it, as this will increase your attorney rating. Second, you can distinguish yourself and gain recognition by contributing to Avvo's knowledge contribution system on a regular basis. This means answering questions on a regular basis and increasing your knowledge contributor level, commenting on other answers, which also increases your knowledge contributor level and potentially forges connections with other attorneys, and drafting legal guides to inform both other attorneys as well as potential clients of your experience and expertise in particular legal areas. Next, upon the conclusion of any engagement or potential engagement, ask former or even potential clients to write and submit favorable reviews. While these reviews will not go towards increasing your overall Avvo rating, they are an excellent source of publicity. Moreover, in certain cases, client reviews can also be used as a basis for attorney-to-attorney referrals. Just a quick anecdote in this regard. I had a client in December who needed a referral to a long-term disability benefits practitioner. There are many attorneys who practice in this field, but not so many who have favorable client reviews on Avvo. I sought out such attorneys and found one who ultimately did a wonderful job for the client, recovering approximately $300,000 in future benefits for him. The relationship that I forged with this attorney for the client and my personal relationship with him in working through certain aspects of the client's case ultimately led to an Avvo attorney endorsement for me. And that is another tip in using Avvo. It can serve as a wonderful source of attorney peer-to-peer endorsements, which, of course, serve as yet another validation of your competencies, skills, and expertise in practicing law and/or alternative dispute resolution. So, from a profit generation perspective, does Avvo really work? Based upon my experience, I would say that the answer is yes. In the year and change that I've been using Avvo seriously for business generation, I have obtained the highest possible Avvo rating, 11 client reviews, 8 endorsements, and I'm currently ranked as a contributor level 9. That and the grace of God have gotten me 2 paying clients as of July 2015, and revenue realized or receivables gained from these clients amounting to approximately $10,000. While maintaining my profile and otherwise answering questions does take time, on balance, since I have seen gains from Avvo, I intend to continue using it as a vehicle for marketing my legal and ADR practice. I hope that you have enjoyed this CLE presentation, and should you have any questions or comments, my contact information can be found on this slide.